Hi everyone! Welcome to today's video, which is meant for parents. Today's video is going to be about winter skincare for your kids. For those of you who don't know me, I will introduce myself. My name is Hannah and I am an esthetician, skincare expert and specialist. I'm originally from the Chicago area and I currently live and work in Kfar Saba. So I wanted to make this video at the suggestion of two of my friends as a way to help parents deal with winter skincare issues for their kids, because it can be rather daunting to know what to do when your children have dry, cracked, and red, irritated skin during the winter. So let's get started. First and foremost, this is going to seem super obvious, but you need to moisturize your child's skin. I am a parent myself. I know that children are squirmy and they think it's really fun to run away from you when you want to put lotion on them, or they tell you no, they don't want to do it, they'll do it themselves and they don't do a good job. I deal with that on a daily basis myself. But the first thing we need to do in order not to have dry skin is to use moisturizer. So run after that kid who runs away from you. Get that moisturizer on your squirmy kid because it's super important. Now, what moisturizer should you use? This is what I have for my kids, which I bought in the supermarket. Really easy to buy, find, and not expensive at all. And why did I choose this moisturizer? I chose it because it says down here, I hope you can see, unfragranced. Now, you might not know, but the #1 skin irritant is actually fragrance. So when it comes to your children's skin, you don't have to run and buy a product that says for kids, marketed just for children. A lot of that, I will be very frank with you, is marketing BS. But you should look for a product that says unfragranced, fragrance-free, for sensitive skin. All those things are actually important. Hypoallergenic, tested by dermatologists, that means nothing. There is no legal ramifications. Manufacturer can slap those words on any product. So you really do want to look for, though, instead fragrance-free, unfragranced, because fragrance can irritate your child's skin. You need to get that moisturizer on their skin as soon as they're done with their bath or their shower. As much as you can, and an even layer all over their skin. And if their skin is always dry, also when they wake up in the morning, put moisturizer on them before they go to school, before they go to daycare. If you need to moisturize their skin 5 times a day, then moisturize their skin 5 times a day. There's no rules about this. You need to see what's going on with their skin. You need to get that moisturizer on their skin. Now, there's another way to moisturize, which is to layer your products, which means you want a humectant and an occlusive ingredient. That is a fancy way of saying the following. A humectant means a product that draws moisture to the skin, and occlusive is an ingredient that seals that moisturizer into the skin. So a lot of great moisturizing products that are easy to find will already have both those ingredients in the actual moisturizer. But if you want to make sure that you get all that protection on your child's skin, then layer the product. So you're going to use a cream moisturizer, and then you can put an oil on top. It could be an oil that's really easy to find, like almond oil, jojoba oil. You don't need to go and buy something fancy, expensive. You can even use coconut oil that you find in the grocery store. You could moisturize just with the oil if you want, but it's not ideal. It's not ideal. You can also, if you love to make your own skincare products, you can find a million recipes online, how to make your own skincare products. You can use shea butter with oils, the sky's the limits. But you do want those 2 ingredients, something that draws moisture to the skin and something that keeps that moisture in the skin. Now, let's say you've done all this stuff and it's not enough. Then you need to start thinking a little bit creatively about what else is going on. First of all, is the water where you live hard? Is it filled with minerals? This is a huge problem in a lot of communities. You need to get a filter on all the water that comes into your home. It's going to make a world of difference in everything. It's going to stop a lot of that skin irritation and itching if that's what's causing the problem. Another extremely common skincare ingredient that's irritating to a lot of skin is SLS, which stands for sodium lauryl sulfate. This is an extremely inexpensive ingredient that is used in soaps because it foams. So it's inexpensive and it foams, and people love products that foam, and you will find it in tons of products. But now a lot of manufacturers are catching on to the fact that people do not want this ingredient in their product, and they're replacing it with other foaming agents that are less irritating to skin. So you need to look for a soap for your children that does not have SLS in it, sodium lauryl sulfate. That could make a huge difference. I've seen it with my daughter's skin. It made a huge difference to use products without SLS on her skin. Now, another thing that also keep in mind about fragrance, since I said already, buy a lotion that doesn't have fragrance in it. Is your child's skin still irritated? Is there fragrance in your laundry detergent, in your fabric softener? Buy products without fragrance. And that way you can save yourself from some of the skin irritation. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to have an SOS cream on hand. An SOS cream can be from your favorite manufacturer, it can be a natural one, it can be from a mass production company, but this product is going to hydrate and soothe and heal the skin. So my SOS product is this one from the skincare company I work with. And yes, the skincare company's name is High Life Glamour, which sounds better in Hebrew than it does in English. And the Rigueur Forte is my SOS cream for my children because it heals the skin, it hydrates, and it soothes. So you need to find your SOS cream for your family. And don't have one on hand, have two on hand. Always make sure you have one around. So if your child falls and scrapes and gets a cut, or if their skin is chapped, get that SOS cream onto their skin as many times as possible during the day. Now, like I said already, moisturizing once, putting a cream on once a day is usually not enough, especially when the weather gets really cold, especially when there's not enough moisture in the air. And one last tip. There is a lot of controversy about humidifiers. I know when my son was born 9 years ago, it was okay to use a humidifier for your baby. Then a couple of years ago, they said it's not good. It's going to release bacteria into the air. If your humidifier is clean, very clean, and the air in your home is very dry, I suggest putting a humidifier in your living room. It doesn't matter if it's warm air or cold air that comes out of the humidifier. You need to put that humidifier in the living room to get moisture back into the air. It makes a huge difference about how our skin feels. So I hope these tips helped you. And if you have any more questions, please write them below. And be in touch with me if you would like. Also, on a personal level, my number is 054-599-1688. Thank you. Bye-bye.